What's up guys, it's McNulty here. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all doing well and I hope you're ready to have another crack at the Owl Tower because it is back again for like the millionth time. We've got the Owl Tower back. Obviously it's not the millionth time, but it's been back quite a couple of times and we got a couple of new owls in the portal. So of course we're going to check them out. We've got 2 new 5 stars in the portal. We're going to be looking at Verus and Mariol. So I think let's go ahead and start with the Mariol. She looks pretty interesting. This glasses wearing, mirror holding weird owl. So let's see what she's all about. Let's see if they're going to keep up the pace with these other hard-hitting owls. So she is a ice hero. She is of the cleric class, which is cool because she gets the chance to withstand or resist any negative effects, mana effects, and effects that prevent the use of special skills. So I do like that a lot. And the owl family, just for a quick recap, bonuses for 1, 2, or 3 heroes. All received mana status elements will be replaced by 11%, 31%, or 39% mana generation buff for 3 turns. That's a pretty big bump up from 1 hero to 2 heroes and definitely to 3 heroes, where you get an increase of 31 to 39% mana generation. So you really want to have more than one of these if you can manage to get your hands on them. I'm still not lucky enough to have grabbed an owl from this portal. Who knows? Maybe this will be my time. I've been pretty lucky recently, so I seriously doubt it. But anyway, so let's move on to what she does. And in terms of her stats, we're looking at a team power of 1017, over 1000 on both the attack and defense, and a very healthy 1700 HP. Her special skill is called Healing Mirror, and you can see the mirror there in her hand. She is running at fast speed. So at fast speed, what Mariol's going to do is boost the health of all allies by a whopping 700. Obviously, boosted health can exceed max HP, and then all allies get this Moonrise Ward for 3 turns, and that reduces incoming special skill damage by up to 600. It reduces damage by an additional 30% when the attacker's holy. So as we know by now, if we click this question mark, the base damage reduction is shown there. So it's a damage reduction of 300, and it scales depending on the defender's defense and the attacker's attacking power. So it gets up to a maximum of 600, minimum of 150. That is still a lot. This Moonrise Wood is really going to make it pretty difficult to take on these heroes. And the growth and wither effects do stack there. As you can see, growth and wither effect damage reduction scaling. Buffs and status elements affecting attack and defense do not affect the damage reduction scaling. So again, they really want you to get your hands on these goblins heroes. I'm not quite sure how I feel about that, about how good the synergies are between these heroes in the Owl Tower and the goblins. But that is what it is for now. So that's what we've got to work with. I think this is an insanely good hero. And that last part of the special, just to add to this, she cleanses status ailments from all allies. So just an incredible, massive health boost. I mean, this is like costume Ariel on steroids, running at fast speed. She's going to be an amazing hero if you do manage to get your hands on her. Just super duper overpowered in terms of her heal. You know what? I don't think she's going to be better on attack or defense. I think she's going to be insane in both. So a fantastic hero in Mariol. And she benefits from the health increase on the ether talent as well. So she gets a 50% increase for any healing received for 6 turns. That's just massive. This is an incredible healer, probably the best healer in the game that we've had introduced into the 5 stars. So yeah, if you do manage to grab her, fantastic hero. Now, the other hero that we have featured in the Owls is Verus. I was going to say Versus, but Verus is a nature hero, and he is of the Ranger class, so he gets a chance to bypass. I'm assuming he's going to be doing some damage. His stats, let's have a quick look. Again, pretty high, over 1000 on both the attack and defense, and 1732 on the health, running a very high team power of 1019 actually. And his special skill is called Swooping Talon. So he's running at average speed, and he attacks all enemies with the Moonrise Strike. So this deals up to 1000 damage, and it deals 40% more damage if the target's holy. So they all hate holy heroes. Again, like I said before, if you check the additional info, it will show you the base damage is 500. So, you know, having an attack of 500 to all enemies, you know, 500 is probably about equivalent of, what is it, maybe depending on defense, attack and defense down, maybe like a 250% hit or something like that. So yeah, he's hitting pretty hard. But then if you do manage to increase his attack, if you've got a goblin, you increase the growth, you give wither, he's just going to be smacking them for 1,000 damage to all, running at average speed. And then on top of that, all enemies receive 900 bleed damage over 4 turns, and that is a huge amount, easily over 200 bleed damage per turn, about 225 bleed damage per turn. And all enemies get negative 45% accuracy for 4 turns as well. So he's pretty comprehensive. He's dealing damage to the whole team, he's dealing dot damage to the whole team, and he's giving negative accuracy. I think this hero could be really well paired up with somebody like Thelonious, where he increases the dot damage. Not that you'll need to do that, but if you do, he's going to be able to wipe a whole team. But yeah, I mean, the bleed damage is going to increase with the limit breaks and emblems up to 1,208 bleed damage over 4 turns. That is a lot. Yeah, just an insane hero. Honestly, these owls are really, really good. I can't wait for Fulvia to get a buff. I think that she's fallen behind, but for the most part, these owls are just devastating. In terms of counters, I think a reflect hero would be the trick for going up against Verus. If you do see him pop somebody like Goldie or somebody like Kitty on your team, just to reflect that bleed damage back at him, because that's really what you want, and you're going to reflect the accuracy as well. So he does have his counters, more so I would say than Mariol. I think I would, if I was to pick out of these two, I would say Mariol is probably the better hero. But that being said, they are both absolute S tier heroes and some of the best heroes that we have in the game. So congrats if you do manage to get your hands on one of the new owls. I wish you guys all of the best of luck if you are going to drop a few pulls in this portal. And of course, we do have Lodius featured in here once again. He's a pretty decent hero as well, running at very fast speed. So I do like Lodius a lot, and he deals a boatload of damage. Granted, it is to the single target, but he's a pretty hard hitter as well. So yeah, we've got some brilliant new heroes from the Owl Tower. Good luck if you guys are going to be competing. Please do let me know what you think about Mariol and also about Verus. I look forward to hearing the comments from you guys. And good luck again in your summons and with the Owl Tower. Drop us a like, subscribe to the channel, share it with your mother. And I'll see you all again in the next video. Bye for now.